All right, y'all, it is Tuesday, November 15th, and welcome to last week at Level Up. Let's check out some of the cool stuff we might have missed over the last week. I totally did that on the wrong side, didn't I? This is the one I'm most excited about, so I'm going to talk about it first. This is Evergreen. You are creating an ecosystem and trying to build the prettiest trees. If you've heard a game like this before, there's a really famous one called Photosynthesis. This is kind of its sequel. It's made by the same person, though it's through Harville Guild, and it's got some changes. It's kind of a 2.0. It does, thankfully, carry the time-honored tradition of tree games, where you are a turd to all your friends. I don't know why tree games are like this, but they all are. This is gorgeous. Anything, if you've ever seen Harville Guild before, everything they make looks beautiful. It's got a nice level of interactivity and neat strategy. It's interesting and deep, but it's not so complex that it's going to force people out of playing it. It is stellar. I recommend it to everybody. Come pick up a copy. Another one we've been excited about in the shop is Lacrimosa. So this is the new one from Devir Games, which I've liked every game Devir has made so far. They've been hitting it out of the park. Mozart has died. Who would have guessed? It is your mission to find the best composers you can to finish his Requiem, his final work. This is going to be a bit of a deeper game. This is a bit crunchier. I mean, it could kill people. This box is nuts. Our inventory manager, Corey, played it, and they liked it so much that they, instead of playing another game, just immediately played this one again. And that doesn't happen a lot, so I have this one with high regard. In Spaceship Unity, you are turning your house, your living room, into a spaceship in... Let me do this. It's empty in here. In space! Awesome. This is a campaign-based co-op game where you are playing through multiple episodes of a TV show, working together as part of the Interplanetary Alliance, trying to do good missions. Think your Star Treks. If you're looking for a fun campaign game that will take a little bit of time, a little bit of commitment, but is a great experience getting through it, take Spaceship Unity out for a spin. It's time to go to the beach. Maui is the newest game from Next Move, the wonderful people that make things like Azul and Azul and Azul and Azul. You are trying to make the prettiest pattern of towels on the beach for your guests. It's a cute, super easy little pattern game where you're trying to be the most aesthetically pleasing and get the most points. If you're looking for a cute little relaxing theme and something new, come try out Maui. We've now had 2 new armies enter the newest edition of Age of Sigmar this past weekend. We've got the Ogre Maw tribes, which was one of the last ones to pop into 2nd edition, so we're super excited to see them back. And then we've got our big giant box for Slaves to Darkness, which it's pretty metal. We've still got several copies of each of these, so these are wonderful places to get into Age of Sigmar, and if either army looks cool, come take a look at them. Quaxaquedlinburg is a wonderful blast of a push your luck game. It's been out for a while, so why am I talking about it? We just got in the mega box. It's got the base game and both of the expansions. If you've not played this game before, you are playing kooky potion makers, trying to make the best things for your customers and become the best of all of Quedlinburg. Think Billy Crystal from Princess Bride. It is incredibly wacky. I have a friend that, after playing this, she's a hardcore gamer. She was like, Ian, this game was incredibly well designed. It's probably the best one of these I've ever played. I'm never playing it with you again. It has that randomness in it because it is a push your luck game. You are trying to decide how far you want to go. So you can't galaxy brain your way into the probability because it's going to make you explode. It just is. That's how life works. If you try to do the math, you're going to fail. If you already have the base game and are looking to level up your copy of it, we also have both of the expansions still by themselves in stock. Not a lot of people got a chance to play with the Alchemists yet. It adds a lot of interesting variety, as well as rewarding some things that the base copy and the expansion don't normally reward. So if you haven't played it yet, or if you have it already, we've got stuff for you. We have the second edition of the expansion to Great Western Trail, Rails to the North. If you've never played Great Western Trail before, it is about taking the cows to Kansas City. I know, riveting, right? It's an incredibly good game where you are going up the same track multiple times, it evolving and changing as different buildings are getting erected up and different actions happen, as well as having a little bit of a deck building mechanic where you're modifying which kind of cows you have and what all you can bring to Kansas City to get the most points. Its first edition is wonderful, its second edition is even better, and the one thing we've been waiting on is the Rails to the North expansion for it, which means that, like, I have to get rid of my first edition copy and buy a second edition copy now. If you have a second edition copy of Great Western Trail and have been waiting, now is the time to come pick up Rails to the North. And don't worry, Argentina's coming, and we will have it when it comes in. Finally, we have Encyclopedia.
Oh, you think it should be pronounced encyclopedia? It's a common mistake. But if you look up that squished together AE symbol in this here encyclopedia.
Thank you, Ted. This is a worker placement dice game where you are predecessing Darwin and actually going across the world, discovering weird animals and building the first ever encyclopedia. It is an incredibly pretty little game. If you like weird creatures and animals and history and are looking for something kind of chunky and don't like those music nerds like Mozart or Beethoven, come give Encyclopedia a shot. And that's everything that you might have missed last week at Level Up. We've got stuff coming in every single day. So come hang out with us, and if you thought any of these are cool, come check it out. We've got these and plenty more at the shop. And like always, I will see you next week.